in a moment, you're going to lay out these cards on the desk. Now, all this is a list of the same consequences we've already talked through this afternoon. Starvation, eviction, emigration, death. But you're going to try to make some links between them. Now, it's amazing how many different combinations these consequences will go into. And the important thing is that you're managing to draw links from one to another. Now, in 5 minutes' time, I'm going to just nominate 1 or 2 groups to share their ideas with us. I'm going to ask them to come to the front, stand in a row with their cards in the right order, and the person then who's got the sheet is actually going to explain the links between them. I'm wondering if you can link 3 or 4 together that explain the links to the rest of the group. 5 minutes left on that. Off you go. Very good. Could you put your pens down, please? It's time now to draw together what we've learned today and to see how these links work in practice. Now, a couple of groups have volunteered to come up. I believe we've got an ambitious link of 4 consequences next. Is that right? Right, make sure you're in the right order. Right, when everyone's listening, everyone's quiet.
Okay, we done 4 links inside our group, and our first link was eviction to starvation. Eviction was...
Without the profit from their potato harvest, many families were unable to pay the high rent. Most absentee English landlords took their pity on the tenant farmers, and thousands of families were evicted from their cottages.
When people were evicted, the only food they had were nettles and berries, which weren't very nutritious, so they starved. And then starvation was...
Potatoes were the staple diet of many Irish families. When most of the crop was destroyed by a fungus disease called potato blight, millions of Irish faced mass starvation.
Those suffering from typhus developed a high fever, rashes, sores, swollen and blackened faces.
Our last link was between disease and death. Our link was that they had no energy to fight off the disease, and so white blood cells were low and they died. Our death thing was...
Almost 1.5 million Irish died as a consequence of the famine. By 1848, the population of Ireland had dropped from 8 million to 5.5 million.
Thank you for your time.
Right, has that group managed to link those 4 consequences successfully? And I just want to draw your attention in at this point. It's Louise's explanation which makes that a level 5 answer. So as Louise explains the link, she's explained where that link's come from. Simply holding them up in order is not enough. OK, so can we have a round of applause, please, for that group? And sit yourself down. Right, we're almost at the end of the lesson. I would like to draw together everything we've learned today and refer back to the picture that we started with, our starter activity. We saw this picture in groups at the start of this lesson. And we used this activity to help us explore one of the many consequences that affected Irish families during the potato famine. Now, you looked at this picture and you said to me, Mr. Baker, eviction. That's the main consequence it shows, and I totally agree with you. But we went on to consider what might have happened to this family once they'd been evicted if there were lots more pictures following. And you said starvation, disease, possibly emigration. Now, instead of just listing, what we've learned this lesson is that to score a level 5 and to write well in history, we need to be able to link our consequences together. If this family had never been evicted, then perhaps they would never have needed to emigrate, yeah? If they weren't starving, then perhaps they never would have developed some of these killer diseases. So we're going to finish this lesson, please, by coming back to the sheet we started with, and I'd like you to look at the bottom box. In order to score a level 5 in this assessment, I would like you to fill in that box, please, as a summary of what we've learned this lesson. Link consequences together when forming paragraphs. Very good. Right, pens down there. Most people have got that. And we're going to hear 1 or 2 of those just before the bell goes. So, finish the sentence, please, for me. In order to score a level 5 in this test, I must. Lewis.
In order to score a level 5 in this test, I must link any answers that I give instead of giving it like a shopping list.
Very good, Lewis. And let's have 1 more before the bell goes. Laura?
Make links between different consequences.
Right, she must make links between different consequences. Right, look at your notes, revise your links, and you're going to do very well on Wednesday. Okay, you can pack your stuff away. Thank you.